everyone, and welcome to another video of Cooks with Iron. It is 8:13 at night and I am outside. I have been saying I'm going to do this video for a long time and I just haven't done it because it is so hot. When I get home, I cook supper, I clean up, dishes, laundry, ready for bed, all that with the kids, homework, and I am give out by the time that it gets time to wind down. But I'm going to stop real quick and I'm going to do this video right before I go to bed. I am really surprised at my vegetables that I have in these containers. The vegetables that I had in my regular garden have already died out. They died a long time ago. It got too hot. It was out in the sun. The vegetables that I have in the containers are still here and they are still growing strong. Now, it could be a couple of things because they are on my back porch, so they get shaded by my house for most of the day. But I am still getting peppers. I'm getting tomatoes, and all of my squash and zucchini died because it was out in the garden. So I just did an experiment and I started some more in one of these containers that I already had emptied out. And I started butternut squash, and would you believe it, they are growing strong. It is doing very well. So I'm so excited that I'm still getting stuff, and then I'm excited that it's still growing. And then I'm going to go over my quails real quick. I have 2 of them that are left. I started out with 14, and they keep dying. I don't know what's wrong with them. And then I also found out my cat is getting some of them. So, whole story on the quail thing. We're redoing the pen, we're revamping it, trying to keep these 2 alive that I have left. And then after that, we're going to get some more if we can keep the cats from getting them. Okay, I'm going to turn my phone around real quick. I'm going to show you what I've got out here on the back porch, and then I'm going to get off here and go to bed because it's 8:30 at night. I wish you could tell how tall this plant is. So this is probably up to my neck. And this is a pepper, and it's still growing. It's only 1 pepper plant. And down there underneath it, I planted some broccoli because my daughter loves broccoli. And the one out in our garden died. It's coming up strong, but I don't have any broccoli on it yet. These are tomato plants, and you can tell they're starting to lay over and starting to die. But I'm still getting tomatoes off of those. This is one of the ones that I planted a squash or zucchini. Oh, this is the one where I planted butternut squash. And look. There's one growing there, and that's a good size. I mean, it's starting to get there. And then there's one on the ground that's even bigger than that. And then here beside it is a jalapeno plant. And this thing's probably as tall as my chin. I haven't got any jalapenos off of it in a couple of days. But I'm going to come here and water everything tomorrow. This is another squash or zucchini plant. It is just flowering like crazy. You can see all the flowers down in there. And this is the patty pan. Can you see them? They're little circles. These are patty pans, and I'm just going to see if anything works with those. I don't know if they're going to or not. But I had green beans in this, and they all died out. And so I planted the patty pan squash, and I also planted asparagus. First year I've ever planted asparagus, and this thing's getting huge. And then we have tomatoes over there. If you can see, right in there, there's some red ones. I'm not going out on the grass. There's some red tomatoes in that's still growing, going strong. And there's also tomatoes in this. And so they're starting to die out, but they're still producing tomatoes. So for right now, I'm not pulling anything or moving anything at this moment. And then I have these 3 containers right here. They're not container gardening, but I am growing garlic in all 3 of those. And it's starting to come up for the fall garden. For anyone that's been watching me for a while, you know that I got these off of Leon's garden in Kingston. That's where I made the containers at. That's where I got the soil at. And he also gave me the fertilizer to fertilize these with. But as I ran out of the fertilizer, I haven't had a chance to go back to Kingston because he's about an hour away from me. So since I haven't had a chance to go back to Kingston, I am putting Miracle-Gro. These right here, Miracle-Gro singles. I just had some underneath my sink. And I've been putting that down the pipe, and every time I water, I put one of those down each pipe. And I water with that, and it seems to continue working since I'm not able to go back to Leon's right at the moment and get fertilizer. I don't know if you can see this, but this is our quail pen. And see how we had 1 sheet? You can see where the first wires are, the little See if I can get my finger here. The black wires was there. The cat was reaching in there and getting the quail and killing them. So we put chicken wire over the front. Well, then we've doubled up the chicken wire down on the bottom because he was sitting right here in the corner waiting until a quail come by, and then he was pulling it out. I guess they're sitting there probably in the sun, and he was pulling it out. So we're going to try to lift that up, raise it up, put it on something so we can help keep our quail just a little bit longer. Maybe he'll quit killing our stuff. And I am out here on the grass now, on the other side of these plants where you can see. Let me see if I can, oh, here's my other butternut squash. Look at that, it's doing so good. So I'm excited. Maybe these two will keep growing. Here's some tomatoes that are still growing. So I'm just gonna let them grow as they will. All right, that's it for tonight. We'll see you guys on the next video. Thanks for watching.